Hi student, here I come to you in the form of video. Please take your book, history book, and in previous video we have been discussing about the Delhi Sultanate, and in about Delhi Sultanate we have discussed about various dynasties beginning with the slave dynasty. Today we will see the little further, and I am dealing this in a great detail, and therefore please all of you take the pencil in hand, and when you write the answers, please write to the point, not to write everything that is there, and therefore please take note when we discuss. You also point out the point, line up or underline the points that we discuss. Okay, so today we will discuss about the Iltutmish. Iltutmish. Who was this Iltutmish? Okay, after the slave dynasty, we have discussed about the Qutbuddin Aibak. Now, after that, what happens? After Qutbuddin comes the Iltutmish. Who is this Iltutmish? After the death of his son, Aram Shah took over but was overthrown by the nobles. Whose? After Aibak's death, his son became the throne of Delhi Sultanate. But nobles did not accept him as the emperor. As the emperor, they did not accept. So he was overthrown by soon the throne was taken by Shamsuddin Iltutmish. Shamsuddin Iltutmish. The name, full name of Iltutmish is Shamsuddin Iltutmish. Now, who is this Iltutmish? Shamsuddin Iltutmish was a slave and the son-in-law of Aibak. He was the slave. He was also slave, but then he was son-in-law of Aibak. He is regarded as the real founder of Delhi Sultanate. Why? Why he is not? Let us discuss. Iltutmish had to continue with many rebellions, but he was successful in defeating the rebels and executed most of them. There were some internal rebellions. Rebellions means those who oppose him. They do not follow his rules and regulations. That is the meaning of rebellions. There were internal rebellions and the external rebellion. And so there were rebellions inside the empire in his court. So he, after successfully defeating them, he consolidated the Delhi Sultanate by extending his control up to Indus. So he consolidated. Consolidate means to collect together or gather together, make a solid, strong about whatever establishment it is. Give strength to. Consolidated the Delhi Sultanate by extending the control up to Indus, to the whole of Multan and Sindh. All these are the northeastern province of India. Northeastern, western province of India. Multan, Sindh, all these are, they are all situated in Indus Valley civilizations. Indus Valley region. He was a wise ruler, who? Iltutmish, and took many steps to retain the empire. To remain as a ruler, he took many policies. Next one. So, what was the steps he took? Number one, he shifted the capital from Lahore to Delhi. Second, he appointed a group of 40 trusted nobles called the Chahalgani to suppress the rebellious nobles and Rajput chiefs. See, externally Rajputs were also against him. Surely the kingdom have been taken over, so naturally they will be. But inside also there were nobles who were against him. So he controlled them, he suppressed them. He protected the northwest frontier of the Sultanate. Sultanate means empire, from Mongol invasions. Mongolians were invading constantly under the Genghis Khan. He expanded the empire up to Bengal. Next, he controlled the land revenue system and made it Iqtidari system. He brought Iqtidari system by dividing the territories or Iqtas among the nobles who could collect the revenue from the people, from the peasants. He also completed the Qutub Minar in 1220, which was started by his father-in-law. Okay, so these are the points of remember. Next comes the Rajya Sultana. Now, who is this lady? Iltutmish had many sons, but none were capable to be his successor. So he chose his daughter-in-law, daughter Rajya Sultan, as Rajya, to be the next Sultan of India. So she becomes the first lady Sultan of India. Before that, no ladies were ruling any emperor. So this was that also the Muslim ruler. She becomes a Muslim empress. Immediately after Iltutmish's death, his eldest son, Ruknuddin Firoz, ascended the throne. But soon, with the help of the loyal nobles, Rajya became the Sultan. So Rajya was not accepted. So they made Ruknuddin Firoz the emperor. But then after father's death, immediately there were many nobles who were supporting Rajya, because there were always for and against, people who were supporting and there were people who did not support, opposed also. So Rajya was an able and wise ruler. She was brave and powerful. She led armies in war herself, okay, and took action against corrupt nobles. But the Turks were not ready to be ruled by the women. See that? So Turks were not ready to be ruled. So mostly people, common people, they did not accept her as a ruler because she was a woman, because she was a lady, and constantly conspire. That means a plot against the downfall of her. Against her, eventually she was killed in 1240. 1240 she was killed. So this is the end of the Rajya Sultana's empress, to be empress. Okay, so dear students, these are the points just to keep in mind. We are going little slow, but then these are important, and it should not be, there should not be any doubt. Everything is clear. Okay, after whom all these things comes. Okay, be safe then.